I'm going to talk about one player from the City team in particular, and I want to talk about KDB, because for me right now, KDB is
fire.
He's on a mad thing. He's been in a mad thing, but he's on a super mad thing right now, and I'll probably go and state that he's the best centre mid in the world right now.
He's top 5 ever.
Woof.
He's the most complete midfielder. Please name me.
Do you know what? I'm going to agree with that, because there's someone I'm going to knock out, similar to what we did with the hip hop thing.
Okay, but my statement, because I'm talking complete. I'm not talking.
No, I agree with you.
Man's got a shot and right.
No,
overall, because a lot of people say it's just like he kicks the ball to the box and inshallah, like he's just hoping for the best. Like,
let's not put him in the Henderson shoes.
Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah. Like, he's putting the ball in the box because he knows Sterling, Sane, Aguero
his balls
is gonna more than likely be on the end of it, or Mahrez or Jesus, whoever it is. But I'm putting him top 5 ever.
That's not a bad thing to say.
And he ain't 5.
But let's talk about ever means that there's past players.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about players that are currently in the game now that are playing the same position as him.
Okay, can I make another statement?
Yes.
He's the best.
Around.
All around the world. Same song.
Whatever you want to call him, Kevin De Bruyne, KDB, whatever. His translation is he's the best.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. Everyone's obviously talking KDB versus Pogba. Is it a landslide thing?
Who be talking that?
Wait, are you comparing Pogba to Kevin De Bruyne?
They play the same position. We're talking about CMs, are we not?
I mean,
let's leave Pogba out of this. To be honest, let's not. I don't really want to slate a Pogba, so let's leave him out of this. Still.
It's not slating Pogba. Pogba's cold at football, but KDB is a different level.
But when you talk about performance, when you talk about consistency, when you talk about just being world class and still being able to press, and you're a world class player, there's not a lot of world class players that are still willing to press. They just
like the hunger's in it.
Yeah, like the guy could tackle. The guy could do a lot of things.
Don't get me wrong. If we're still talking to Pogba as a comparison, Pogba has a lot of attributes that are more aesthetically pleasing than Kevin De Bruyne's, but that doesn't make him better.
Yeah.
So this is where people get confused with things, and they're like, "Nah, Pogba can do this that volley pass he did for Rashford." Which, if we're being honest,
that's all
he kicked it into space for Rashford to run onto, which is still makes it a good pass. But if you're talking about Kevin De Bruyne crossing the ball, and it's the exact same logic being used.
Word.
I think the cross is more technical.
No. Are we talking about the Pogba pass?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, but I've seen him do it most of the time.
On the bounce, half volley, under
when
his foot.
When you're fast, it's not... Look, if you're playing a ball to a fast player,
it's a cheat.
It's kind of easier. No, real talk, let's be honest.
That's a GTA cheat code.
It is.
L1, R1.
But if you're talking about like the way Kevin De Bruyne is crossing, it's a different level. We're talking like top centre-backs. And they're out the game just by that.
Yeah. He puts it in that zone.
Yeah.
But I'm not discrediting Pogba's ability to pass, because this is where people get confused in like arguments between number 1 and number 2, whoever it is. They'll, by crediting one, they feel like you're discrediting the other. I'm definitely not. Like,
I wouldn't discredit him for what he does, but I don't think there's anything like consistent about him to even mention him in the bracket, to be honest with you.
No, that's wrong, because World Cup, he was consistent.
No, I'm talking club level.
All right, club level. Man United, first season, he was like definitely top goal scorer or top assister in the club. It's not much to shout about because United have been pretty much poor up until 2 weeks ago. Like
I said 2 weeks.
You lot have been on smoke
the
last 2 weeks, but prior to that, you haven't really, if we're being honest.
Is it the competition?
I think it's just less pressure on him. And I don't want this to become a Pogba conversation, but I just think there's less pressure on him because Martial's pulling his weight. Rashford's now pulling his weight. You got
Greenwood.
You got Murder Mace on the right. He's pulling more weight with both feet. We'll talk about that later. And Bruno. And then you got Matic actually turning up for his 6 games a season. Like, this is his game number 3. He's got 3 left and then he's done again. I've had him at Chelsea. I know what I'm talking about.
No, it's true. It's true.
It was quality at Chelsea, to be honest.
Do you think that people get confused with... Okay, no, let me rephrase this. in terms of just technical ability alone, who would you say is better between the two of them?
Between who?
Pogba and De Bruyne.
Aesthetically.
But not even from an aesthetic point of view, just the actual technical ability
It's hard
of
to
the player.
say. I think more to do with like half volleys and volleys. I'd say Pogba.
But then
But
isn't
in terms of on the floor, I'd give it to De Bruyne.
But then isn't aesthetically what makes technique look better for you to determine if it's better?
That's true.
If you're looking at it visually,
That's true. Or if it's something that's unorthodox.
what, like Robin running with his hand as in like a claw type position.
Yeah.
Is that aesthetically pleasing? And that's unorthodox.
I don't even look at that. I just look. He's just all left.
But if you used to say a runner and like Sterling, his run is effective, but his run is crazy.
Runs like
yeah.
Penguin when Batman's chasing him.
Yeah, that is. But that's what I'm saying. So are we going off of aesthetics? Because if it is, then Pogba wins hands down. Because he's a featsman for a tall guy.
100%.
100%. But the thing is, people don't even clock that Kevin's also a featsman as well.
But aesthetically,
not like Pogba.
that's
though.
my point. Aesthetically, Pogba's looks better.
He's sharper. He's sharper with the feet. I'm not gonna lie. He's sharper with the feet. He's dangling.
But you forget that them Belgian lot are on this.
I'm not saying Kevin De Bruyne don't have feet, but if you look at Pogba within, like when he's surrounded, he gets out of it quite quick. Where Kevin De Bruyne will kind of chop out of it and then pass back or pass forward or something, but Pogba will kind of go through and it's like, huh?
Pogba started football in a cage versus De Bruyne playing on a pitch. So Pogba's kind of
He's
used to
street.
that street
Yeah.
type of football. So he's used to letting the ball roll close to the player and then dragging it back quickly, making you believe that he was going to get it, but really he knew. So his was always under control.
Right.
So it looked. That's what I keep saying. It looks better because we're not discrediting De Bruyne's feet, but it doesn't look as good as. Because if you're going to say Pogba's got feet, yeah, we all agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Has Neymar got feet?
Yeah.
But Neymar's
feet.
aesthetically pleasing.
That's true. That's very true.
But it doesn't take away from Pogba's feet.
Right. I got you.
So that was what I was trying to get at. But just to round it up, because it's becoming very Pogba heavy. Pogba or KDB?
Kevin De Bruyne.
I'm gonna say Kevin.
You sound like you don't want to.
No, I'm gonna say Kevin.
Okay.
I can back it up statistically if you want, but I'm saying it's Kevin. Like I'm gonna say Kevin.
All right. Who's next on the list?
On that same CM list,
Yeah.
boy, for me, plays a bit of a deeper role, but Thiago Alcantara, bruv. If you're gonna talk about the elites of CMs in world football, he's one of them.
He doesn't assist.
I don't want to say nothing, but he plays a deeper role. Don't give me
Aesthetically
that.
pleasing again. What he does is aesthetically pleasing, but he
is,
doesn't
it's
really
true.
do much.
No, but you lot don't recognize he doesn't do much because one, he plays the deeper role, and secondly, he plays the pass before the pass. Yeah, go on.
He begins with P and ends in O. Played
Pirlo.
for Juve, yeah.
Pirlo.
Very deep role.
Yeah.
Had way more of an effect on the game.
That's actually true.
So,
Thiago does turns he doesn't need to do at times, to be honest with you, when no one's around him.
yeah,
Bro.
but because that's what aesthetics. Because he's that
That's
kind
what-
of
yeah,
player.
that's what I mean.
What effect on the game did Pirlo have from that deep line role?
But every
At AC Milan and
Yeah, I'm asking, didn't he? Yeah.
Juventus.
Fuck me, innit?
So he had
He was the
Pogba
water
and
carrier.
who was
think
it?
it was
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he had them two in front. They was basically the legs.
Of course.
So and it would either be a short ball to them
Yep.
through the line, or it would be
A ball
over the top,
yeah.
which was his.
Right.
He was that ball all the time.
Right.
So he was the quarterback. That's where the quarterback phrase
Wait,
pretty
did he
much
do
came
it for
from.
Balotelli against Germany? Or was it
I
him?
can't remember. I can't remember that.
When Balotelli smashed
When he
the top
smashed the top
corner?
bit, yeah. I can't remember if it was him or
I'd
not.
put money on it probably being him because at that time he was cold.
Yeah.
But that was my point. So you can be a deep line playmaker
And be
or
effective.
and
like
be
that.
effective game.
Yeah.
But Thiago doesn't. He makes the game carry on ticking. He does that well. But
Very
he
well.
doesn't affect the game like the other CMs we're mentioning.
He ain't really going to open
No,
up
but-
a team.
but-
That's what you basically mean. He's not going to really open up a team.
Bro, he
Or
does.
make a run.
No. But
Go on.
okay, so for example, now you look at someone like Busquets. Yeah, is he effective?
Defensively, yes.
Yes.
Defensively, yes.
Okay.
Defensively, yes. But otherwise, he just keeps the game ticking.
Yeah.
But the reason why everyone calls him the best DM is because of his ability to take the ball off centre backs and break the lines and make those forward passes.
Not
And
necessarily
ball retrieve.
just that.
And ball
Not-
retrieve.
And ball retrieve.
But what he does very well, yeah, for people watching closely, he allows you to make a mistake. he doesn't really stick his foot in unless it's a desperation where they need to chase a game.
Yeah, that's his high football IQ though from his
Yeah,
position,
that's what I'm saying.
100%.
So, but I don't think he's.
But if you look at Thiago, bro, it's a blend of all these
I think
things.
Thiago could do the same.
Wow.
Huh?
What?
Wow.
Of Sergio Busquets.
What?
Whoa. I said, it's a blend,
Of
100%.
what?
His ability to play passes from
Oh,
deep.
all right, let me be honest with you.
I would hear this
Go on,
Thiago
Go on,
smoothie.
go,
I just
go,
want to hear
go,
this
go,
Thiago
go,
smoothie.
go.
Please, please
How's
do the
that? How's
Thiago
that?
His
Say
smoothie.
that again.
His ability to play passes from deep, he can do that. I'm not saying it's Pirlo level, but he can do that. Look how he holding it, man.
Go on. I thought this just got water in it, but go on.
Water.
It's just
Bruv, you
ice.
better-
It's just ice at the minute.
Bruv, you
Just
lot
hella
are-
noise
You lot
and
are-
crunching.
You lot are not
But-
putting
but that
any
is-
respect on his name, bro.
Why not?
Ball carrying ability, 100%. You tell me Thiago can't carry a ball?
To where?
What do you need to wear?
Where's he carrying it to?
What's the objective of football, bro?
Bruv, I just
All right, no, all right. He can carry a ball. Okay.
Right?
So you've got. So all right. So
So he's
I just
carrying
want
a ball
to
like
get the
Yaya.
ingredients. So what was the first thing you said?
I said about his ability to play a pass.
Okay,
from
please
deep.
away pass. From
Yeah.
Carry a
deep.
ball.
Sorry.
Carry a ball.
What's the distance on this pass? Just for clarity.
Bruv, he can play
5,
40.
10 yards.
How when he does for Bayern?
Yeah.
What is he? Not the clips where he's spraying the ball from
5,
side
10
to
yards.
side.
5, 10 yards.
I'm talking about for Bayern. What does
5,
he
10
normally-
yards. Unless you see him in training and he does that bin shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's majority of the time.
Yeah, but that's the style of play that Bayern
Okay, cool,
adopts, bro.
cool.
But his ability to...
I'm just making sure
Yeah,
that we're
that's
getting
fine.
the right ingredients.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Ball
he
carrying.
can, but you act like you can't play a 40, 50 yard pass,
Of
bro.
course he can. Varane
No,
can.
but this man's busting up to my left here, yeah. But you're moving
So
mad.
let's-
Okay, go on.
So ball carrying.
Yeah.
What's next?
Touch, outrageous.
Yeah.
Probably the best touch. One of, if not, yeah, I'd say probably one of,
Are you
if not
talking
the best
match wise
touch.
or training wise?
Both.
His best touch I've seen in training.
I hope
Both.
my mic's not on.
Bro, I want my mic to be on.
I
I'm
hope
saying
it's
this with my
not.
chest, bro. I'm saying with my chest fully.
Good. Me personally, I think his best touch have been in training. In a match, I've just seen it being played to me.
I'm not.
He does what? He does what? Go on, he does what? Let me see this. You do the Harlem Shake, but
He
what
does
does
all
he
that. He does all that. To me,
The
go
Wobby
on.
dance.
Bruv. Nah. So anyway,
Yeah,
All the actual-
touch.
So
Yeah.
touch. I said about spraying,
Yeah, I've got them. They're in the
ball
pot.
carrying.
Yeah, they're in the pot. We're mixing. What's next? Are you done?
Boy,
This ain't a green smoothie. I'll tell you that much. Go on.
then he can. Boy, if he does that late run, he can do a finished thing still. But that's not his role there, innit?
So are you adding that in or not? Because it sounded like you said it and then took it back.
He can do the late runs as well.
Because I heard a lot of saying with chest, but this one.
He can do.
All right,
Let me
cool.
stick it clean
He's
to the
in
mic.
now.
He can do the late runs as well.
Okay.
Okay.
And then is there
I've only
anything
seen
else,
that at
or is it just
Barcelona,
four?
Well, those are the main four. in
Okay,
his
cool.
role.
I'm just clarifying. I'm not arguing with you.
I
I'm just
know,
clarifying.
and I'm just stating
All right, 4 things in his mix, which puts him where?
up there
With?
in the same bracket as the Pogbas, the De Bruynes. If we're talking about the best sentiments in the world, bro, he's up there. I don't want to hear none of that. That's
So
my opinion.
smoothie- so
that's
so
my
that
opinion.
smoothie
Yes.
you put in
And
there
No, no,
is
that's fair.
antioxidant, basically.
What he's saying is right. It's his opinion.
That's my opinion, bro.
But
Go on.
for everything you named,
Yeah.
I'd say maybe bar touch, and even then that's questionable. I don't think he's even top 3 in those things out of the CMs that are left.
Okay, who you gonna put in there? Go on.
De Bruyne is better than him. De Bruyne is better than him. De Bruyne is better than him. Pogba's better than him. Pogba's better than him. Pogba's better than him. Only touch is the only thing that I can question here. Is the only one that he might win. So I'm not gonna pull that up against him. Who else? What was the ball carrying? Passing
Yeah.
and late runs into the box.
Yeah.
Late runs into the box.
I'd
I'd
say
even say
Rory.
Mason Mount's better than him.
But
And
they
late
play the
runs
same
in the
position,
box.
bro. They play the same position.
No,
He
it's
play-
off the attributes you've mentioned. He's gone off the attributes.
Yeah, but we're
you
talking
mentioned.
about CMs, bro. Why are we bringing in forwards?
Technically, Mason plays as a 3.
Okay, we're talking about forwards. That's a forward, bro. He plays on the front three,
No,
on the
he's
right.
No,
Seven
he
mid by
doesn't. He
trade.
plays in the 3 of a midfield. He doesn't play.
We're talking about Mount or Greenwood?
Oh, sorry, Mason Mount.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
I thought you
Did
were
I
talking
not
about
say Mount?
Said Mason.
Did I say Mason?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
I knew he was
That's
talking
all
about Mason Mount.
Sorry,
No, but
sorry,
it's because
sorry.
we
Okay.
mentioned it
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
That's why I got
That's
back.
why I probably said Mason.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad,
yeah.
my bad. Yeah, Mount's better at the late run in the box for me.
Okay.
And if Mount is, then there's going to be even De Bruyne is.
Ward Prowse.
Bruv, get out, get out, blood.
I hope
The
your
only
mic's
thing-
off as well.
Bruv, the only thing more pass better now is free kicks. That's
Nah,
what I want to hear.
I tell you who's better than him. Dele Alli.
Go away.
Yeah, get
Go
out,
away.
bro. The door's there, fam.
Where's the yellow cards?
Oh yeah.
That's an early warning.
You lot
That's
don't
an
even
early
know.
warning.
You're trying to say Dele Alli doesn't
That's
get the
an
box?
early
You lot don't know. We've got the
That's
yellow
a-
card
You're trying to
system,
say
bro.
Dele Alli
That's
doesn't
an
get the box?
early warning.
Bruv,
Wait, answer
We
this
haven't
question.
got to him yet.
This time, there. Referee said this one, bro.
Nah. Go to VAR, bro. Go to VAR.
It's totting up. It's totting up. The next one. The next is going to get
I mean,
techie.
it's Tottenham because it's Tottenham, innit?
No, forget that.
Yeah, 4 punchlines.
But anyway,
Poor one.
I don't stray too far in it, but that's me saying,
All right.
if we're talking about CMs and the quality of CMs in that elite bracket of CMs, Thiago's in there, bro.
All right, cool.
And that's why Liverpool onto him.
All right, cool. KDB or Thiago?
KDB.
Yeah, KDB. I'm not saying he's better than
Okay,
KDB. I'm saying he's in the bracket.
The question, the original
That's why
question,
Liverpool after him. Okay.
Yes.
the original
You know-
question was KDB versus. So I'm getting
Yeah, of course.
clarification
Yes.
at the end of it after each one. So who's the next one?
What? The next CM?
Yeah.
Who can we really talk about? Modric?
Are we? Oh, sorry. This is the other thing we need to get clear. Is this in their prime or currently right now?
That's a good
I
question.
think we have to talk about Prime to be
Okay,
honest
cool.
with you.
Because technically this is De Bruyne's prime
Yeah.
for the last kind of like
Yeah.
2 and a bit seasons.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So if I said Tony Cruz,
I think he's just
Yeah,
efficient.
We have to talk about it, though.
you have to talk about him.
You have to talk about him.
He's won pretty much everything as a starting centre mid of probably
Club and country.
2 in a country and 3 in a club as a midfielder.
Yeah. You have to talk about Tony.
He's won everything in a club, yeah.
Mr. Metronome himself. You
Did
have
he
to
win
talk about
everything
him.
for Germany?
He definitely won World Cup.
Yeah. Did he win Euros?
Yeah.
Was he a starter in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Okay. He must have been the young one then at the time.
What World Cup was it?
I don't know.
It would have been
I don't know if he. I don't know
I
if
didn't
he.
even know the year. The
No,
World
I
Cup
don't know
has
if he
gone
actually
1970 when it was
I
West
don't think he
Germany.
actually.
2014.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's
Like
like
Brazil.
30.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah,
32.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's better than KDB, but for me as a midfielder, I'd have him over Thiago. He brings way more to my
but
team.
Germans are very efficient. Though. They're very efficient.
Yeah, but he sticks to his
They're
strengths.
very- yeah, they're very
are
efficient.
we being nationalists now?
No,
I don't
but
care
I'm being
if you're
honest.
Spanish,
I'm being
Brazilian or what.
honest. So they're very efficient. Like, there's a lot of players you could take in their prime. In any team.
So are we,
Sorry.
okay, so are we opening up the floor now to saying KDB versus past and present?
Yeah, I'll have that. And as I said,
You said
by
top
my-
5, right?
Top 5
That was what you said.
Do
ever.
you reckon he's better than Iniesta?
Iniesta's not, to me, is not a centre mid.
What do you think he's pocket?
Iniesta is a
Pocket.
10.5 where he plays, as you say, in the pocket, but he's like on the left wing.
He's a lamb. That's what he is. He's a lamb.
But in that kind of, in that zone, on like as you say, on like a FIFA or something, I don't think he's down as a CM, whereas Xavi is.
No, he's done as a CM
Yeah,
actually.
CM
Yeah.
or CAM?
Both.
Nah, CM.
They've got him
Like,
as-
the way they do the 4-3-3. But you know,
Oh,
in
yeah.
FIFA they got the slashes where you can
the
play other
slashes.
positions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Me personally, I wouldn't have Iniesta down as a CM personally, but if for argument's sake, if he is, we have to do that whole ingredients thing again because he falls in that Thiago bracket with a bit more.
Yeah.
He actually is the goal scorer. He actually is a
Yeah.
featsman.
It's true.
He is a ball carrier.
It's true.
Like Thiago was probably basing his game off of Iniesta.
Facts.
So
And this is why I was baffled by Barca selling him in the first place when Iniesta and that were getting old. But
Nah, but I just feel at the time there was no way he was
did
getting
they
in
keep
that
his
time.
brother, right?
Huh?
Rafinha,
Rafinha,
yeah,
they
they
kept
kept
his brother.
Rafinha.
Yeah.
Who
He's not even there. He's at
deemed as
Celta Vigo. I
Brazilian.
think he's at now.
he's deemed
on
as
loan.
Brazilian, but Thiago is deemed as Spanish.
Yeah.
It's more mad. Politics.
But yeah, Iniesta for me, because he's not a CM, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Okay. Xavi is definitely like that's the about question.
None of you man gonna answer on the Iniesta one.
Boy,
I did.
what did you answer?
When Iniesta.
Yeah.
I
Iniesta
thought-
or KDB?
I think KDB is better than him, but I think Iniesta does run him closest out of the ones we've mentioned so far.
We're talking,
Oh,
about,
yeah,
we're talking about prime, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
You can
think he
mention Zidane and all of them.
No. I'm
Nah,
still on this
can't mention
Iniesta
Zidane.
point because I don't think
Which
it's as easy as a decision as you made it out to be.
Huh?
I don't think it's as easy as a decision as you made it
Yeah.
out to be, bruv.
What do you mean?
You just blew off Iniesta like it was nothing, blood.
I didn't
We're
blow
talking
off
about prime. You're saying because now we're talking about prime.
Yeah, I know.
So
but
a
what
prime-
I'm saying is, I said I reckon KDB just outdoes him. innit?
You
I'm
did
gonna
it.
be honest. That's what I said. Didn't I say
Don't
that?
backpedal. You're
That's
not
what
a
I
keeper,
said.
bruv.
He said KDB is best for him is better because he does more, but Iniesta probably runs him closest.
There you go. So it's the same thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Bruv, I'm
Okay.
on it today. This is what I'm telling you, bruv. You get me? Come on.
All right, Zidane, because he's saying we shouldn't mention it.
But then we're going to the Cam world. Then are you going to bring in Ronaldinho?
But
Because he can play Cam as well.
No, Ronaldinho played on the left.
Did not
But he could also play Cam.
Zidane play CM for Juve?
He did?
Yeah, he did.
He played more Cam for Real, though, no?
Yeah.
And he played centre mid for in France before he went to Juventus.
Bordeaux.
Yeah.
So, wait, then Zidane's definitely that. Zidane's definitely. I'm not even going to question that.
But
I think
all right,
KDB
I want to
is-
do. I want to run the question because everyone's gonna go Zidane and then go he's much better. I might agree with you, but I still want to run the question.
Go ahead.
How?
He's gonna. You say Zidane's better, right?
Yeah.
Because I say KDB's better.
Then Zidane.
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
This is,
No,
it's
no.
not a booking offence. It's
What?
not a booking offence.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's
booking
not.
offence because I asked the question. It's not a booking offence.
It's not.
VAR said just a good tackle.
Oh my
It's a good
days.
tackle. It's a good tackle. It's a question. You haven't answered it.
That is mad.
Go on. You're
I
gonna-
need.
I know exactly what you're gonna mention.
Okay.
I know it's gonna-
Bro, if you're
the
gonna
left foot volley against Bayer Leverkusen
that's not what I'm
Champions
gonna
League
mention, bro.
final.
If you're
Go
gonna
on.
make that
Go
statement,
on.
you have to explain that,
Alright,
bro.
go on then.
No, you
You
made
want
this.
me to explain it?
You made the statement. Back your statement up, bro. Like,
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't a great fan of Zidane. I'm gonna be straight up
Okay,
with you.
now you can.
I
book him.
wasn't a
yes,
fan
thank
of
you.
him. I wasn't a fan of him.
bruv.
Now you can.
I
book
wasn't
him.
a fan of him.
There's a difference.
Boom. Hold that
I wasn't a
one.
fan of him. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
Say his
I
name
didn't
and
watch
number.
much of him, so I'm not a
Bro,
fan of him.
bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch much of him. It is
Just
what
write
it is.
down. Kyle, what minute is this?
So-
23rd minute, bro.
So you lot can say whatever you want. I
The
wasn't a fan
first
of him.
booking of the show, fam.
Okay.
That is wild. I'm sorry.
All right, you can say you weren't a fan of him, you didn't see much of him. Cool, and we'll leave you with that one because you've been booked. You need to simmer down.
No.
and chill
Don't
for
need
a
to
bit.
simmer down at all.
He needs to clarify how, because you've come with this a lot of energy to say how. This is mad. You should
No,
get booked instantly. I want to hear your reasons
cool.
why.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say the things that Kevin De Bruyne is probably better at than Zidane first. Yeah, I'd say his passing range is better than Zidane's. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that his defense.
Talking to the camera.
No, I'm not. I looked to Kyle, bro. His defensive ability in winning tackles.
Who?
What do you mean who?
Zidane.
Man's like, who?
KDB is better than Zidane. Relax, bro.
Okay. Go on.
It's better than Zidane. But when it
His
comes,
pressing's better.
Are you doing?
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
but-
I thought you was doing Zidane was better. What was Zidane?
no, I'm just saying what KDB.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just
for you. Okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
so that I can justify the Zidane part, innit? Come here. Me and Carl are gonna rock it out afterwards. but in terms of dribbling, Zidane.
Go ahead. I'll listen.
In terms of this is the thing. We can break down the passing thing, but I feel like finding those riskier last third balls, I feel like Zidane was better at it. As an overall 10,
But you need to get booked for that still. But
Why?
Like
Why?
I said,
Why?
You need to take that car and start escalating on your head, bro.
riskier, bro. There's a
Huh?
difference, fam.
Zidane took risk in passing.
Well, he was safe.
Drake. Like I'm gonna say like
Bro.
Zidane.
Bro.
Like, bro, I think you're gonna rock it out after, you know, bro. I said to God, bro. Like, yo,
Well, your phrase is saying a lot, so I want you to say,
in riskier passes.
yeah.
Zidane in riskier passes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Say something, because you're here
You have
and
to
your
do a
foot's
soldier boy.
wiggling
You
and
have to do
your
a
face is
soldier boy.
puffy
on it.
right
You have to
now.
do a soldier boy. on it.
What? So,
Zidane? Like,
bro,
Now you gotta go Zizou.
that's what I'm saying, innit?
wow.
A riskier pass, definitely not. It's more. He'd probably be on the end of a riskier pass more than KDB, but he's not at the start of the riskier pass. KDB makes more kind of slide through balls, more whips across the box. Zidane is more of a technical feat man that will open up the between the midfield and the defense, and he's a ball carrier.
Yeah, you know, you're
That-
right.
played a lot
that's
to the
that's
wing.
his
But
that's his game.
played a lot
He's
to
a
more
ball
to the wing.
carrier,
Right.
and he comes inside.
But like I say, if you look at most of De Bruyne's assists and that, it comes from what? Crosses. Is it not?
Not always.
I
He
said,
could go.
if
He
you look
could
at,
go on a
if you look
counter
at,
attack and
if you
slide it
look,
straight.
if you look at,
Yeah.
All I know, if anyone sees this that makes YouTube compilations, please get me a riskier pass for Zidane or just top 10 assists from Zidane and top 10 assists from De Bruyne. You will see De Bruyne's assists will be much more riskier than Zidane's, in my opinion.
All right.
100%.
All right. Zidane's a better finisher.
Can't lie to you. The Lino did tell the ref about your big shout out, and he's Joiny's name is in his books, because that was going to be a yellow card. It was very close. I can't lie.
So are you
bias.
No.
Are you giving me
This
this one?
bias.
No.
Yes.
I'm just letting you know the Lino was speaking to the fourth official, and the ref like the words were said.
And saying what?
I don't know what was said, but your name was mentioned. So just move carefully in your next.
No, so are you doing this then? It's the
I'm not
final
doing
warning
anything.
thing.
I'm not doing anything.
Well-
I'm just letting you know.
It's funny how everyone gets final warning when we don't know warnings. Like,
No,
hey,
you
got
got your
You
warning.
Yeah,
got
get out of
you got
here,
your
man.
warning.
Get
You
out
got
of here.
warning. But
But like I said, if we're talking about CMs, then I personally think Zidane's better than Kevin.
cool, that's fine.
That's
And I
my
wasn't
opinion.
arguing it. I was just saying.
Where
I was just saying that. Remember, I said De Bruyne is top 5.
That's
So
true. There's
there's
room
the-
for other players.
Yeah.
That's
There's another
what I'm
3.
saying. That's fine.
Go on, give me 3 more. Just because then you can eradicate my statement.
I'm gonna throw
No, but
Gerrard.
I
I'm gonna
already
throw
said-
Gerrard in here.
Go away.
I'm gonna throw Gerrard in
Better
here.
than
Go away.
Kevin De Bruyne.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm not saying. Well, I want to
Oh.
relax, bro.
Oh,
But from when you said about the most complete player, me personally, I think you have to throw Gerrard in that bracket as well of
Okay.
midfielders. You have to.
Okay.
I think the only difference between him
I-
and De Bruyne is that Gerrard is probably defensively better, and De Bruyne had better feet carrying the ball.
Gerrard was probably.
Gerrard's back passes were
Gerrard-
the worst in football history.
Gerrard
That's the back pass.
is.
They led to goals.
Yeah, he's got a lot of assists from there. Yeah, he makes a risky pass. Gerrard was the original pace and power for a white player, because he's PMP. He's what commentators call black players now. He was the originator.
Oof.
Like kick, run, power. That was his thing. Gerrard when his wig was clean. The clean wig, and he was just flying into tackles. Was he wearing number 17?
Yeah.
When he used to fly into tackles,
Predators.
was crazy.
Brother,
He's
he
doing
was-
2 feet, just like, yo, I was like, whoa.
He'd lunge from here to here without really even moving, but he'd get the ball.
It's like
And
he's doing
all
long
of them,
jump.
man.
Yeah.
All of them,
The way he used to hunt a brother down was mad, just for that tackle.
But
But
overall, I'm taking KDB
you didn't
because
say
of how I like how my team plays.
that's fair. But that's okay. That's cool. That's now that has perspective. Because for me, if you want to throw a KDB in that top 5, I personally think Gerrard should be in that top 5 for what he brings to a team.
Oh yeah,
As a
I
centre
didn't
mid.
take him out of the top 5. I'm having KDB
Yeah, fine.
above him.
Okay, cool.